Something that Steve Jobs famously and quite correctly said is, people don't know what they want. You have to tell them what they want. And that sounds like we're sheep, but he's fucking right. Because when I have a good sale and I've got customers on the hook with what I'm trying to teach them or educate them on or sell them on, I am usually telling them what they need because I understand what their needs are deeper than they understand themselves to a degree. Why? Because this big disbalance, this balance of perception of power between the buyer and the seller. And the customer is not always right? Particularly in the tech world. Why? Because a lot of the times, particularly in the segment that I work in, which is that mid-market to tail end of enterprise, I don't do big enterprise organizations because they're too big and they're too slow. You have to think about their perspective. Most of the time, they're just head down, focused on their tasks, maintaining their infrastructure, solving their problems to their end users. They're focused on the task at hand. They're not out there looking at what the latest and greatest is, what technology is out there. They might hear things in passing from their mates in the ecosystem and the who you knows, right? But they're not as educated as someone like myself that's been in tech for 10 years, that has had to be on the cutting edge because I have to compete in it. And I have to stay on top of things so I don't lose my competitive edge and knowledge when I speak to the customers that do know about tech. And there are some savvy people out there and you need to respect that because I've never come from a perspective that I know more than the customer. I like to sit back and listen because there's been many times in my career that I've been swept under the rug or had the rug pulled out from under me because I haven't been technical enough. And I know that there are CIOs that are fucking nerds and that are in the know of these things, and I have no value to add besides being a good person to deal with, right? There are a handful, 5 to 10% of my customer pool that are fucking savvy individuals that understand tech really well and they know how to negotiate. But the majority of them, the Pareto's principle, 80% of them, they're not focused. They are encumbered by this idea that they have to make significant financial decisions and investments that they don't really know that much about because they haven't kept up with the latest in technology. They might have a vague understanding of what it is, but because they're too busy living their lives, doing their day jobs, keeping the lights on, they're not as educated. And they might have money that I want, but I have way more knowledge and capabilities and insights into the world of tech that they need. Right now, I'm speaking to multiple customers where I am coaching them through the tech sales ecosystem and how to get the most for themselves, for their money, how it operates, right? I'm showing them the inside world of tech because I don't give a fuck about making the most money out of people. I just want to solve the problem and make something for them. Do I get a sale out of this? Yeah, absolutely. But if I can be as honest and as forthright to customers, and again, show my hand, so to speak, and just go, here's everything that you need to do. Here's my experience. This is how you can save money. This is how these organizations work. This is how you can get what you need as efficiently as possible. Customers eat that shit up. They trust you because they're going, hey, this guy's on the inside and he's helping me out here. Let me jump in on this. And that's happened to me all the time. Once you understand the systems, you can bend and break them to your will, right? And you can get the most out of these systems, out of these situations for mutual benefit.